All right, what's going on, guys? My name's Cody. This is my 1970 Chevelle, which I daily drive. I kind of want to just take this time to start off the video with talking about what we're doing in terms of what's already going on with the car and what I have planned for the future with the car and also the channel. So if you like what you see, you like us, you like what we're about, come on and hang on out because there'll be more to come. So first things first, I want to talk about, for the rundown, I want to talk about how I got the car. I was 16, me and my mother just moved from Germany. My dad was active duty, so that's a whole other story. So we moved back to where we're at in beautiful West Virginia. Seen this car on the side of the road, and I loved it. I had no idea what it was. Lo and behold, it's a 1970 Chevelle. But in my mind, I was like, I gotta have that car. So my mom was super supportive of all this. She was like, yes, let's go get that car. It's really cool. She's into cars too. So we bought the car, we took it home. So then a few years went by. I really didn't have any money for the car. It was just kind of sitting in my garage. And I decided to join the Army to pay for my school and to get a little money in my pocket, which fueled this car, which is the start of this. One of the first things I paid for, which is the first thing I want to talk about, is the paint and bodywork on the car. Like I said, I got the car when I was 16. It was painted about when I was 18. I'm 23 now. You can do all that math if you want. The guy said it would last for a couple years. Obviously, it's been a much longer than that, and it shows. This paint is pretty rough right now, and honestly, it's the last thing I'm worrying about because I'm doing all the drivetrain before I touch anything else. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is my wheels. I have 15x10s in the rear. These are Aero race wheels. I also have 15x8s in the front, Aero race wheels as well. For my tires, I have radial BF Goodrich Teen Ace. These are 270/60 R15s in the rear and 235/70 R15s in the front. So the next thing I want to talk about is my exhaust for this car. I have long tube headers into a 3-inch pipe into just a little itty bitty 8-inch cherry bomb, and then it dumps out of the side. So when I first got this car, it had a small block Chevy. I honestly don't know, it probably was a 305 or something. The block was cracked. It was out of like some 80-something van, so it was junk. It wasn't original to the car or anything. I then moved on to a small block Chevy 350 out of a 80 square body truck. Wasn't very fast, probably was putting like 200 horsepower out, pretty lame. So the next thing I want, if you want to come over here, I got this Blueprint 383 stroker hydraulic roller cam as my daily driver. I have a Holley 750 carburetor up on the front. Next thing I got is a MSD distributor, HEI, into Thunderbolt coil wires, spark plug wires. For cooling, I have a Summit Racing aluminum dual core radiator with 2 electric fans to help keep this cool, which works really well. For my fuel pump, I have a Holley just mechanical fuel pump. So originally this car had a Turbo 350 on the column. I got rid of that. I always wanted a manual, so I put in a TKO 600 5-speed that's rated up to 600 foot-pounds of torque. I don't have nearly that, so this thing should last me a while. Next thing I want to talk about in the future plans of this car that I'm probably going to be doing soon is right now I have a 8.2 10-bolt Chevy rear end. It's probably the weakest rear end Chevy ever made, and why it's together, I don't know. But soon I will be going to a Ford 9-inch to get the funds. So for my Chevelle suspension, I have a Hotchkiss Sport sway bar in the front, along with QA1 coilovers. I also did the Jeep Grand Cherokee steering box conversion. It's a little weird, but Chevelles and 98 Jeeps share the same Saginaw steering box, but they have a more modern steering ratio. For the rear, I have stock styled but boxed in lower control arms for my 4-link rear end, along with adjustable and pivotable upper control arms. Alright guys, so that about wraps it up for the whole car. That's what I got going on so far. Like I said, I wanted to put a new Ford 9-inch in the rear, really strengthen that rear end. Then from there, I definitely want to go take this thing to a track. I've always kind of wanted to do that. I never got around to doing it, just for fun and really see how fast this thing will go. So once again guys, if you like this video, if you like what we do, what we're about, daily driving muscle cars, then stick around because there'll be more to come.